Alright, welcome back to the finals of the OlimoLeague. It's the monthly finals and it's a best of 7. Spawning here in the top rightish corner of Catalina. It's going to be Jin Air's purple Protoss Trap.
In the bottom right, as the red Terran, it's MarineKing.
Alright, so for those, we haven't really talked about the prize pool at this point. For those that have fallen, sad to see Salvation go, sad to see Impact go. But $50 to each of them, not too bad. They played like what, a best of 3 and lost best of 5, made $50 on a Saturday morning, easy peasy. Well, I guess Saturday night over in Korea. But first place has $250, second place has $150. So still a little bit more cash on the line for first place. Actually, quite a bit more cash on the line for first place. But either way, what's nice is that this is still we haven't talked about it a lot, so we're going to talk about it now. I'm sorry, guys. It's kind of like an in-game advertisement. The OlimoLeague is brought to you not by some corporate sponsor, but each of you that are watching. Those that got involved with the Patreon program when this project first started out for Olimoly, aka Olivia. I'm sure she wasn't really thinking for it to go so crazy. I remember there was a time, too, where we didn't actually expect to hit all the Patreon rewards, so we had to create more so that we could get bigger prize pools for these guys. It's really cool to see that folks have gotten so involved about creating a Korean weekly that we've consistently put on for like 3 months, 4 months running now at this point. So I want to thank you guys so much for constantly supporting this. But for those who don't know about it, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/olimoly. What's really nice is the amount you can donate, the amount you put in per week is completely customizable. And seriously, as little as $1 a week goes a long way. We got like, what, 3,000 viewers? It would never happen, and everyone always says this, but like in a perfect world, if everyone donated $1 per week, that's a $3,000 prize pool. So seriously, if even just a couple of you guys have got $5 to spare that you were maybe considering subscribing to Base Rate TV with, or maybe donating to us, I would much rather you guys put that money towards the OlimoLeague so we continue having this awesome event on a week-to-week basis. This looks like the golf clap, like.
All right, so this game actually opened up with a CC first from MarineKing. What a surprise! But Trap is gonna go for Stargate opener actually, so that's interesting. Hopefully MarineKing gets some eyes on this. Of course, without opening up with a Barracks, you don't really open up with a Reaper, and you don't really get good scouting. This SCV is gonna try its hardest, but I doubt it's actually going to be able to. What I did look up while you were, advertising the Patreon was, I mentioned earlier, like, are these guys playing in Pro League? Like, why are they playing here? They were invited, of course, because of their other OlimoLeague qualifier points. There we go, points. But, if it was really that, like, crucial of a match, they could have said, I'm not going to make it. It is possible. So I checked, and Trap doesn't play this week, so he's good. But MarineKing actually plays Life. Okay, first of all, awesome match.
That's gonna be a great match, yeah.
Yeah, but second of all, good thing that he has not played a Zerg, right? Like,
yeah, it doesn't
kind of lucky for him.
All right, so that's actually pretty important context to have, because a lot of the times, who is it?
Guy,
it's not me. It's not me. It's not me. It's not me. Okay.
German guy.
In banana. Yeah, it's the German guy. Just more on the layout screen. Kitty the Neko donated $5. Shout out to this guy. Says, "How was yesterday morning, you guys? Always good to see you topside and not on the floor." Zombie Grove.
You guys didn't see me on the floor. Excuse me.
I loved how you weren't doing this on purpose, but like you were playing with your chair while you're talking, so it's almost like a bad puppet. Like your chair rotating was like whenever you talked. I
remember you mentioning it. You were like, "Are you moving your chair with your foot?"
It's like, this is like really weird. Yeah. But yeah, so this is the German cast. Looks like he is sadly gonna lag out. He can if any of you guys are watching their stream as well, tell them they can restream us, no problem.
Cool. Yeah.
Man, this is where I should have done the OlimoLeague spiel. Hell, I knew someone was gonna lag out. But okay, sadly our German caster is out for this one. Probe does go down. Oracle's on the way. MarineKing actually barely has enough production for this. If he decided to play the 2 racks naked, he would not. He would actually probably be dead to an Oracle opener like this. But he could easily produce the 6 Marines required to deal with this. But the first 6 are out of position.
This is a mistake you don't usually see. Terrans have learned that it's good to put a couple of Marines here just in case this happens. So instant pull away will save most of the SCVs. And by going for the supply depot, we won't get any on the, you know,
I like how
the end of that conga line.
quickly 3 Marines run in, and before they even get close, they go, oh, right, we're only 3, so they run away.
Don't pull into the Oracle. Never pull into the Oracle.
Yeah, this got a lot more messy than it needed to. 8 SCV kills.
Oh,
11 kills in total. This should not have happened.
Thank God he ran out of energy. That would have been 6 more or something.
Well, he's got a second Oracle, so maybe.
Oh, go to the natural. Go to or.
You know what's kind of gross about this though?
Oh, he
Marine
messed
King,
up. He
okay. That second Oracle messed up. He's still got one standing, but yeah, like MarineKing had the racks production. He had the factory, or not, pardon me, not the factory. The engineering bay down early, so he could have had turrets. There were so many different ways MarineKing really should not have taken damage from this attack, or at least much.
Yeah, that's really too bad. But that is what you get when you don't open up with a Reaper. Not that I know Trap was expecting this. It is MarineKing. MarineKing does play greedy. I don't know if he scouted that it was a CC first, the probe, or what. Fortunately, we were talking about other things at that time. But it was a really nice way to go. I guess there's a push out from MarineKing right now, and that is a little bit scary. But Trap knows about it.
I mean, it's kind of like Photon Overcharge bait at best. There's a couple of sentries as well. It's going to probably be best to force field them into the overcharge. There is a little bit of danger not knowing whether MarineKing has stim or not, and he does. But this is one of those moves where, yeah, he will get some units trapped, and he'll be able to focus down the sentries, or at least one. Wow, a really lackluster attack.
Yeah. Yeah. So not only does he lose a lot of SCVs, he loses a lot of that army supply that he had. He'll have nice upgrades, which is, you know, that's cool. And Trap, are you really gonna go into Phoenix?
Yeah, Phoenix with quick charge on this too. That's really weird to see, but like really fast charge doesn't blow me away because charge is good to have, but he's chronoing it. He's really going ham on this.
This is an odd composition. It's Phoenix Colossus or maybe a Phoenix opener, which you like only 5 Phoenixes with a Terran. You don't ever see that, but to do Phoenix and charge is interesting.
Right,
now,
like
on one hand,
charge lot Archons makes sense, or Phoenix Colossus makes sense.
Yeah.
I've yet to see this composition play out. I don't have any idea how this is gonna go.
On one hand, it'll cover the gap that, you know, the anti-medevac drop gap, since you don't have High Templars quite yet. But on the other, if you didn't have the 5 Phoenixes, couldn't you get the High Templars a lot sooner?
Yeah, this... I don't know, it's a weird way to approach this. It's kind of cool, though, for Trap, because he does pull out a build that I don't think MarineKing's probably seen much of either, so this could work for him. That pro could probably kill the Marine.
Go get him! The Zealot's like, you got it, but it was a lie. Zealot, please.
Okay, well, he hasn't started Storm up just yet. He doesn't have the gas for it. Templar are just gathering energy for maybe feedbacks? Like, is it Charge Lot Archon Phoenix? Is it some weird addition?
Can we at least talk about the fact that he's going... I don't know about the Phoenixes. Okay, the Phoenixes is boggling my mind right now. But Charge Lot Archon instead of Colossus opener, instead of Blink opener, instead of anything that is tricky, okay? Like, not only to go for this, he didn't try and trick MarineKing out. MarineKing, I think... Well, okay.
Well, didn't trick him out on Catalina more specifically, I think.
He didn't trick him out exactly, but... Because MarineKing hasn't seen anything, so you can't say that he tricked him. It's just that MarineKing isn't really scouting. I don't know what he saw to make him think that an all-in was on the way, because he saw a 3rd base. And a Zealot.
Yeah, this is... you know, it might have just been paranoia that he doesn't have anything to deal with those Phoenix. He doesn't really have a way to deal with what could have possibly been behind it.
Has he seen more than one Phoenix?
Maybe, maybe not. I just know that you typically don't see just one Phoenix.
I know that. Okay, well, anyways, this is going to be a surprise. And, you know, it is, if he did see the Phoenix, and he's assuming that it's going to be a lot of Phoenix, then he will get tricked out and think that it's probably Colossus as well.
But see, that's the thing. That's what really throws me for a loop more, is if you're assuming it's Phoenix Colossus, you know it's a long time till they attack. So why 3 bunkers?
Yeah, it freaks me out that he saw a third base and went for like 3 bunkers. So
Yeah.
it obviously didn't play a lot into this game, but it did play a little. I mean, that was, you know, him waiting on the third to get, you know, that was minerals he wasn't using at that time. You know, he salvaged them now.
It's a weird game. He did hide that Phoenix count, and it's not a small amount of Phoenix. Young Sick actually had this really sick game in the OlimoLeague about a month and a half ago versus MarineKing, where he did go Phoenix Colossus, and that worked out really well. But the amount of Phoenix available, they're gonna have to dogfight some of the Vikings. But the Colossus follow-up is so freaking late, so I guess the logic with this attack maybe is wipe out all the Vikings, have your Zealots buy enough time on the ground that the Phoenix can actually do that tango, and then when you come up with a follow-up of Colossus, there's no Vikings to approach it. My guess, I don't know. This is, again, something I've not really seen before, but I'm liking the kind of options it opens.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty good prediction. It sounds like a pretty smart plan anyways. We'll see if it can be executed correctly. So far, I believe it is. He did not get Storm, so
Oh, if only
I don't
those
know,
Phoenix, if only they were in position for this. Oh, that would have been so gross watching those medevacs die. Zealots have got to walk all the way around.
Still gonna die.
They are, but
no, okay, maybe not. No, it's good.
these Zealots really need to get in. This is like watching slowlings respond to a drop. It's just, it's painful. Once he actually gets on top of this, he might be able to take the fight a little bit better. Where's the mothership core?
MarineKing can't leave.
That's true.
So, what's that?
He's guaranteed to lose all of his troops, that's for sure.
And how much damage do you really do?
I guess army? He trades out army? Where's that mothership core? Like, there was no photon overcharge. It's sitting at the third. Okay, not bad. He does wipe out the Phoenix. This was probably not the Phoenix. The Vikings with the Phoenix, though. So there is 4 at a time being produced. But if you guys don't know, Phoenix are actually pretty good at fighting Vikings, as long as the Vikings aren't kiting it or have any sort of ground support.
Very interesting. Did I tell you Trap is baller in PvT? He does cool shit, right?
Yeah,
Usually I was thinking more towards Warp Prisms, but this is cool too.
Yeah. I mean, Zealots are good. We made jokes watching, what was it, like 37 Zealots, Naniwa versus Happy type thing, but I don't know. 2 Colossus do pop out at home. He is going to lose them both. A little bit sad to see, but at the same time, his attack does begin on the side of the map. That's a lot of Zealots with +2 armor upgrades. The bio is just completely retreating from this, and if he pulls the SCVs, the Archons will annihilate this. Vikings are starting to land on the ground. They're mechanical, so they won't take the bonus damage from the Archons, but the Sim City works out really well for MarineKing, kind of accidentally.
Yeah, and that force field was questionable.
Yeah. Guardian Shields definitely would be good to have back in the fight. He's not Guardian Shielding, though. Zealots are so many wasted chasing one Marauder, so he loses the fight on the right side because of this. And Archon even falls as well. This started off really good for Trap, and he's killed a lot through this, but the latter half of that fight was really poorly executed.
Yeah.
Still, 20 SCVs, not too bad. Does have the Phoenix looking to do, I guess, a little more damage.
Oddly enough, the missile turrets have survived everything. So.
Yeah, go figure.
Oh well. I like this choice. So how many Colossus did he end up getting after those 2 died? 0. He stopped going into Colossus after those 2 died. Alright.
But he got still Thermal Lance still. So
Well,
I guess it's good to have the option and not need it than
here-
the other way around, but
yeah, I think what you called was absolutely correct. Imagine if MarineKing had not done that poke. He might not have continued making Vikings. Now, as we saw, he still had like 6, and they landed and they helped out. But it was possible that Trap got away with 6 Colossus, or like, God forbid, like even 8. Like, in a really, like, this game was already weird, so I think that could have been the case. And MarineKing would just be like, what the like, how was I supposed to expect that?
yeah.
Double pumped Robo at this, like, after this opener, like, what? But that didn't happen. So he goes back in his Storm, you know, finally researches that.
It's
He gets a couple
Storm
of
and
Immortals as well.
yeah.
I like this choice. Now, this will die to mass EMPs, but MarineKing, despite how this opened, never got ghosts.
Well, this is where I'm curious if the Marauders will work. Marauders are really good against Immortals, only because you get stim and you have so many. But if they're busy running away from Storm and the Immortals even get like 1 shot off, they're going to die through that Storm. Charge lots are also incredibly good versus Marauders. Marauders take about 1,000,000 years to kill a Zealot. Fun fact, that's a pretty accurate number.
There's so many storms. What the heck?
The Marauders just wreck the Vikings on the ground too. this would be the perfect time for Trap to transition back into Colossus if he wants to. All the Vikings are pretty much been removed from the game because MarineKing chose to land them against the Immortals. Now, he is kiting the Zealots and doing a great job at this, but as we see the Immortals, they just need to connect 1 or 2 shots and they destroy everything. Phoenix is coming back to the fight, gonna clear out the medevacs. Air control in the favor of Traps still, despite the fact that he hasn't reinvested in these.
It's a big deal. So not only does he lose all of his Vikings, if he loses all of his medevacs, he'll have to choose. I know you have double Robo.
I think
Vikings or medevacs.
I think Trap's done it. That attack went way better than I expected it to. He doesn't have a lot of Stormfall up, but as you can see, MarineKing's got even less. So good game is called, and Trap will take game number 1 in the most unique